This is Mr. Adam with Prodigy. Before I get started, I wanted to do an activity where you get to decode a hidden message. Hit pause if you need more time. Okay, here's the answer. Did you get it? Good job. We are drawing a karate man, and today we're gonna do a special technique where you sketch it, you tape it to a window, and then you draw a new drawing on top of that looks really nice. You need 2 sheets of white paper, a regular pencil, and 3 markers of different sizes. I have a medium, I have an extra small, and I've got this brush pen for larger work. You also need tape. Let's get started. Right now I'm drawing the framework, like a stick man or a skeleton. Everything else is going to build on top of this. So notice I just made a mistake with my head being too big, and I was able to fix it. It's better to fix it while it's still a stick figure than it is to have to do it later. Also notice I just looked at my hand. So I wanted to see what a thumb looked like, and so I held up my own thumb. This video is going really fast. If you want to stop it every now and then, that's fine with me. I'm adding in the muscles, using my stick figure to know where the muscles go. Adding in some facial features, ear, mouth, neck. Next, I'm adding the gi for the karate man. Gi is that outfit that they wear. So a lot of you may even be in the karate class, so you'll know what I'm talking about. I wonder how I should make his headband go. I know kids in karate don't wear headbands, but they did in the Karate Kid movie, so I want my guy to have a headband. Now we're adding in some little details. Trying to get that headband just right. Now I'm gonna do some little shading. Gonna shade in the belt. Adding a little shadows. Shadows go pretty much where light has a hard time reaching. And now it's taped to the window. Now tape your second piece on top of it. I'm taking the medium marker. We're going to draw all of the big outlines. So what we're outlining is everything. So don't outline the details like individual fingers. Just go all the way around an arm, a head, maybe a piece of clothing. But don't worry about any of the lines inside yet. We're going to use a different sized marker for that. Boy, those cars are sure going by fast. I know some people may give you weird looks for taping drawings to a window, but what we're doing is we're creating a light box, which you usually have to pay a lot of money for, and this is a free way of doing it. And what it does is it uses the natural light from outside shining through the paper to make it transparent. Okay, next we're moving on to the smaller marker. So this one is really thin and it's very good for those little lines on fingers. I'm even going to use it for shading. So I'll just draw some rows of lines. If you look at comic book art, the comic book artists will have all the lines go in the same direction. They don't just scribble scrabble. So if you shade using lines, pick one angle and then do all the other lines in that same direction. It makes your drawing look a lot more cleaner. And sometimes you can use that direction to emphasize the direction of like where clothing could be being pulled or is being bent. And so the shading helps you create that motion as well. Finally, I'm gonna pull out my big brush pen marker, and this is just to totally fill in the areas that I need to be black. So he's a black belt. He's been training a long time. So we gotta fill it in. One thing I like about the brush pen is I don't have to spend forever going back and forth trying to fill it in. And a lot of times if you use a smaller marker to color it in, it ends up looking messy. So this doesn't look messy, it just looks totally filled in. So I'm gonna leave a small little white area, maybe you can't see it, in the knot, and that kind of helps separate the different areas of the belt. Alright, I think I want to go back and change. I want to add some more little teeny weeny lines. So let me switch back to my little pen and I'll go ahead and fix that. Just want a little bit more around the sleeve, around this hand back here. Alright, and that should pretty much cover it. Next we're going to peel it off of the window very carefully, and you need to peel your tape off, and you're going to do that without tearing the page. And if you do it when it comes off, you're going to have this new drawing that has no mistakes in it. So there's the old drawing, and there's the new one that looks perfect. Great job. Thanks for drawing with me. I'll see you later.